All right, so this question says, what is the delta S for the following reaction? Before doing the math, should delta S reaction be positive or negative? So this one is asking us about entropy, okay? And before we do the math, let's answer the other one, if delta S should be positive or negative. So here we want to look at moles of gas. So in this case, we have 3 plus 1, or 4 moles of gas on our reactant side, okay? And on our product side, we have 2 moles of gas. So therefore, we've decreased the number of moles of gas, we've decreased the randomness, or we've decreased the amount of energy dispersal in the system. So in this case, the delta S should be a negative value because we went from more moles of gas to less moles of gas. Now let's look at how we actually calculate this. Well, we calculate this the same way that we would calculate delta H of the reaction, products minus reactant. So delta S naught of the reaction equals the summation of N, the number of moles, of the S naught of the products, minus the summation of N, the number of moles, times S naught of the reactants. So essentially, entropy is a state function. So we can think about taking the products and then forming the reactants. So for the products, we're making them, so it's the positive S, and for the reactants, we're destroying them, so it's the negative S. All right, and this is for 1 mole because this is joules per mole K, so we have to multiply by the number of moles. So in this case, the first the first product is NH3. So we have 2 times 192.8 joules per K. All right, if you wanted to put 2 moles and put joules per mole K, that would be fine too. Minus, because it's minus reactants, so we only have the one product, 3 times, and this is all together, the 130.7 joules per K, plus the N2, we only have one of them, so we just had the 191.6 joules per K. Again, because this is moles, so if you want to write this as 2 moles and then put the moles down here actually, joules per mole K, then they would cancel out, or I'm just leaving the moles off. All right, then you just have to do the math. All right, and when you do the math, you find the S naught of the reaction is equal to negative 198.1 joules per K, or if you prefer, no, this one should be joules per K and not joules per mole K.